welcome back. Today we're doing the random card challenge. I'm very excited about this. We're going to do it a little bit easier than we've done the last 2 months. The last 2 months we had like two separate like stencils and dies and mediums. We're just doing one. Some days I feel ambitious and some days like today I feel like one challenge is challenge enough. So that's what we're going to do. Let's jump in. Just a reminder, last Sunday, or oh gosh, it was only 2 days ago because I kept having to move it. We did this. We finished the Enchanted Forest project, and I actually have it almost all the way done. I just need to glue 2 things down and then put it in my frame, and then it's done. So definitely check out that if you missed it. Okay, so let's go over here. And I did not do this ahead of time, so we're going to do it together. So the first thing we're going to do is decide what type of impression we're going to use. And we've got a stamp. Awesome. Okay. If we're doing stamps, we go to the stamp list and tap to spin. Okay. DS2. Wait, that can't be right because that's the die list. Okay, let's try this one more time because the D's are dies, and so that doesn't make any sense. Okay, P1JB. Oh, okay. That's interesting. I'm going to skip that one because it's words only in that P1 file. So let's try it one more time. I want to do something fun and actually works. Okay, R19. Let me grab that right now. R1 89. Oh, and it's just one big background stamp and it's lacy. Oh, well, it does kind of match my fingernails, which are lacy too. So, lacy background stamp is what we're working on. And we also need to go over here, numbers 1 to 500. This is going to be our colors. Okay, so 86. Let's grab our color box. And I have 2, so I have to pick, this is volume 2. We need volume 1. So card 86. And last time I had the worst trouble picking the right card. I ended up not picking the right card even the second time I did it. So if I pick the wrong card now, it's obviously because I'm apparently too stupid to be able to pick the right card. But this one says 86, that says 86. I think we got the right card. And what a fun color palette. The last thing we need to decide is what media are we going to use? Okay. So we've got lacy die, or lacy stamp. This really pretty color wheel colors. And the last thing we've got to choose is the media. So media. I'm hoping something fun yet easy. Let's go for paint sticks. Okay. Okay. We can do that. So let me grab those and we can jump in and get started. Here we go. Now, the paint sticks for me are really 2 different mediums. So we've got the Dina Wakley scribble sticks, which I absolutely love. They don't seem to be as popular with other people, but I love them. And the Neocolor 2 colors, which I don't like as much as the Dina Wakley scribble sticks, but are very similar. Okay, so I'm going to scooch these kind of right here. And I may I think this is about the right height that I like, but y'all can let me know if this is too close or too far. And we've got this, we've got this. Okay, so let's think through what we want to do. We've kind of got a center image here. We've got different colors. Now we can make a card, but again, I've made a couple cards in the last month and I've literally given none away. So let's do it. Let's make a card. We'll have fun. And then I'm thinking for the card, what we can do is get some watercolor cardstock. Here we go. And we can stamp and emboss this beautiful lacy material with, I'm thinking I have a really pretty white. Okay, yeah, white satin pearl embossing powder. There we go. It's a Hero Arts product and it makes such beautiful colors. So let's definitely use that. And here we go. 1, 2, and let me scooch this back. I think it's just going to be easiest to stamp it on here. We'll just go burp and grab it. Okay, but first we need to use our little embossing powder tool. There we go. Easy peasy. Next, we'll get this all ready. I'm glad we picked, this is not as hard of a challenge as I feel like the last couple of months. The last 2 months have been crazy hard challenges, and this month has been a lot easier. So if you're following along, you can definitely just like use this same color palette, whites, reds, and greens, and whatever kind of lacy background stamp or die that you have or stencil, go ahead and use that. And then I think the last thing is these sticks, which if you don't have the sticks, you probably have some kind of either kind of gouache would be the closest next option, watercolor and or acrylic paint would be kind of secondary options if you don't have this. If you don't have gouache, which is completely understandable. Gouache is kind of more niche than watercolor. I have a little bit of gouache that I want to play with some more, but maybe that'll be next month. And I already have all my next month's lives already up, so definitely subscribe if you haven't done that. And if you want to be notified when I go live, definitely go and subscribe and hit the bell. And you can also get notified on individual videos. So if there's like one specific video you want to watch, you can do that. Ooh, that stamped really well. Pull this over. And you can see I'm getting close. I'm going to have to buy some more of this soon. There we go. Oh, I think that's really beautiful. And it really does kind of match that background. So let's go here. And as much as I'd love to do something wild and crazy and do a bunch of red die cuts and kind of redo this whole thing with such beautiful intricacies, I think we might go a little bit less intricate than that. I have been doing so many projects. I have made so many clothes over the last like 2 or 3 weeks. You would not even believe it. And then work has been intense, so we're going easy and fun today. That's the extent of what I have at my disposal. Okay, so we've got that. Put that back. Put that back. I'll clean that up in just a second. Let me go heat emboss this really quick. And then we'll clean off our stamp and we can get started. Maybe I'll need to move my heat gun over closer so I can show y'all, but that'll be another day. I have been looking into new lighting options because I feel like lighting options here are hard. But I haven't found a perfect solution yet, so you'll just have to bear with me a little bit there. All right. And I use an industrial heat gun and not a heat gun from like one of the craft companies because the industrial heat gun goes a lot faster. So just in case you're wondering why mine's faster, that's why. It also is less expensive. If you just go to your regular Lowe's, it will burn the paper though. You just have to kind of give it 10 seconds to heat up and then just really quickly move it over the paper. So let's find another clean spot. And I use a mixture of microfiber cloth and paper towels in my crafting. When it's something like mixed media, gel, glue, I clean up my space with paper towel. When it's ink and stuff, then I just use a microfiber towel and I hand wash that in my sink every once in a while to get the ink out. So that's kind of what I do. Okay. I think that's good. That's clean. Move that to the side for now. Also put this up and you can see how beautiful that turned out. Absolutely amazing. And I think we need some water. So let me grab the water and then we can go ahead and get started. Here we go. So I think the next item that I want to do is start to pick out the right colors. That'll be a good enough brush. Okay. So I've got my water. I've got my brushes. Let's bring this back in. So these are the colors we want to kind of match or meet. Definitely almost a pinky red. I think that's going to be a really close color. We've got almost a maroon. This is kind of in between Sedona. Maybe this eggplant might be a good option for there. Then we've got this green. Ooh, okay. Evergreen is definitely going to be a good option for that one. Let's try, yeah. Feeling like maybe kind of something. We'll go with the eggplant. It might be slightly off, but I think it's close enough. Then we need a pink. There's this option, carnation, and there's also this rose. We'll keep both of them. And then the white, I think we've already got with the background. So I'm going to push this back. And these are the colors that we'll be working with. And do we want to tape this down? That is maybe a good idea. So I'm going to stick this to my shirt to get it slightly less sticky. And we'll just try not to take too much of this beautiful background. There we go. And here might be too much. Okay, stick that down and a little bit on each end. What a fun challenge. I guess sometimes you get easy challenges and sometimes you get hard challenges. Although I say easy challenge and I may completely mess this one up, as opposed to last time where I felt like that was a huge challenge and I think I maybe not nailed it, but did pretty well. And I'm going to squeeze this to the side too because we can always color down here because we'll need to put a sentiment. I'm thinking a thank you sentiment. We could always do like a color piece here. So next up, let's spray this down with a little bit of water. Just get that started. Drop my brush in and we're going to start with a big brush. So I like how this image has quite a bit of white space and I kind of want to keep that going. There's very little dark, there's a lot of lighter colors. So maybe let's start with this carnation. And I'm going to go ahead and peel, and that's why you have these little perforation marks, so you can just peel off the edge. And of course, it's like a huge thing and doesn't want to work. Oh my gosh. We really are kind of matching my nails today. Pink and white nails with lace detail. Actually pearl white lace detail. So who would have thought? Oh yeah. Okay, let's get this really started. Maybe we do want to cover almost all of the white background with at least this pink, which will make the white really pop. I think that's a good idea. Okay, grab some more. I hope y'all's week is going well. If you have any ideas or things you want me to cover in July, just let me know. Because in June, I'll start planning those out and getting those ready to go. Ooh, I think this is going to be pretty. Let's grab just a little bit more pink and really start saturating that down. Okay. And then I think maybe instead of adding green here, which will kind of muddy the waters, because green and red are opposites on the color wheel, so they kind of make a brownish color. What we'll do is we'll make a piece of evergreen green down here, and that's kind of where we can put the sentiment, which I think usually I go with like happy birthday, but I think I'm going to need some thank you cards here in a week or two, so maybe that's what we'll do. Oh, and of course I have pulled up a little bit of green, dropped a little bit of green on there, so we'll just be careful here. Oh, look at that. I really like the really deep color, so we may have to go over this once or twice, but that is okay. Awesome. There we go. almost watermelon-y. Really get that color pigment down. Okay. So let's wash our brush. And then I think we're good with that big brush. I don't know, unless we need to put some more green down in a minute. I think we're good. So maybe the next step is we can start sprinkling in some of this other colors. Okay, we'll build up because I think we'll want very little of some of the darker colors. Now, when you're first starting to use these crayons, you kind of have to work off the first layer. So you can see I really haven't gotten anything yet. Now, of course, you can draw directly onto the paper with the crayons and then use like a brush to blend it out. I find that to be really difficult. Ooh, look at that fun technique. Okay, once we've kind of got this started, we can flick on some color, which I'm not opposed to. Okay, pick up a little bit more water. Ooh, I like that. I personally like holding the sticks, though. That is my preferred method to use these. And the reason I like these sticks so much is you just have so much control. You can do so many different things with them. Okay. Ooh, I really like that. Maybe just a tiny bit more of this specific color and then we'll move on. I want to do a little bit less with each color as we move forward. And I think I'm kind of concentrating it in the middle. But we might want to get a little bit more at the corners. Okay. So we've used those two. And as a reminder, it's Carnation, the Dina Wakley Media Sticks Carnation, and then the Neocolor 2 Rose. Next, we'll use this Neocolor 2 Ruby Red. It's kind of interesting that they put the title at the very beginning as opposed to the end where it'd be more helpful. But oh well. And get that one started. You can see this one's getting started a little bit faster. Oh, wow. That is just gorgeous. And since I'm doing it as it's kind of warm, or as it's all wet, they'll kind of blend and beautifully go together. Okay. So we'll stick this one up. It'll be fine. Okay. Last one, we have this eggplant, and I just want to do a little bit of this. There we go. And you can see a little bit of the red got on there, and it's definitely turned into a brown dot. So that's why I was, oh, gross. There's a bug. I think I got it. That's why we were trying to not add the green specifically to the background over here. Use it more as an accent. Okay. Ooh. I like that. Okay. I'm going to call that good because we could always add more, but I kind of want it just to be a little bit. Now, okay, I can clean that off. Okay. Looks nice and clean. I like this a lot. I think we've really gotten close to the colors. Maybe this green is still a bit bright, so I think we'll need to do another layer of that, but we'll just let this here dry. And then once it's fully dry, I'll just buff it off and that the color will come off of the embossing. So let's just The flicks kind of got everywhere, of course, but that's okay. So let's do just a little bit more of this green, the evergreen. Oh, how fun. I guess question for anybody in the chat, how do you come up with ideas for what you're going to make next? I guess I always love to hear how people's creative process works. I love doing things like this where it's like a random challenge or something I wouldn't normally do to kind of keep those creative juices flowing. But then also I have a lot of ideas just sitting in my head, so I'm always thinking of something. There we go. Okay. And it might just be a tad bright. I think we need to tone it back just a little bit to match this because the reds and whites are very bright. So I'm going to pull out just a little bit of this olive. And hopefully that'll kind of tone us back just a little bit. A little bit less bright green. And if you ever kind of get color mixing that you don't want on the stick, you can just wipe it off. It doesn't contaminate the whole stick, of course. Just the very top layer. Oh, I like the tone we're getting. It's a little bit bright, but and I've used a little bit too much water. So we'll just drop this back in. Okay. Now, clean up the edges here. Kind of need to let that dry. Oops. A little bit of hair, of course, per usual. Let's see if I can, how far this will reach. My heat gun. It's not going to reach quite far enough for you to see it, but I'm just going to put a little bit of heat on here. And just to get it started, because I don't want to pull up the tape yet, because it will get, it will cause issues. Okay. There we go. But just kind of light heat from far away is going to help. Ooh. I do think it's drying fun. It's going to be a fun piece, I think. Really simple and easy and just beautiful. I think we might just go something as simple as like, thank you. Just a small die cut with a thank you. Oh, that'll be cute. That'll be cute and great and wonderful. Okay. If I go too close, it will melt the embossing. So I'm going to turn that off for a minute. And real quick, we will try and adjust this so maybe y'all can see. There we go. Okay. I'm going to jump over here. And let's look at the thank yous. All my thank you stuff. Home, food, people, just because. I think, hello. I thought thank you was at the end. Let's go back home. Yeah, here we go. Sorry, thanks. Awesome. Okay, So we've got all these different wonderful thank yous. Got some stamps. Ooh, some bigger thanks. We could even do like a die cut. I don't think that die cut's gonna work because it's just too big. But we could definitely do a thank you like over here. I'm thinking something kind of organic and fun. So maybe either this G2 or this R3. I'm going to go with this one just because I think it'll work height-wise. G2, 12. G2, 10, 11, 12. And, thank you. Nope. Thank you. Okay, here we go. Perfect. Pulled it out. So, and we've got some cool different stamps in this specific stamp set, so we could definitely play with them as well. There we go. Oh, look at that cool stamp. That'd be a beautiful flower to go on top. But I'm really enjoying where we are here. And it's not fully dry, but let's just start buffing it a little bit. Ooh, that looks beautiful. Okay. Let me put this to the side. Let me grab the heat gun just for another minute. Finish heating it. And I'm just on low heat. Okay. Let's get that nice and dry. And since we've got heat on it, I'm going to start pulling back the tape as well. Usually the glue is more malleable. We've got heat on it. Okay. Ooh. There we go. Okay. I really like that. And I'm going to just finish drying it. And we can finish this card up pretty quickly. I think this will be like the first time in a live I've technically finished anything. Oh man. Okay. So let's go back to overhead. And I'm gonna put my stuff away real quick. Get my hands all messy, because why not? There we go. Wipe that off. Okay. So let's finish this bad boy up. I think we just need to grab our thank you. And oh, that's so cute. Yeah, we'll just kind of cut this square out. We'll have that thank you right there. What color do we want to do the thank you? Kind of just thinking black, but we could also do white. It's definitely an option. Maybe we could emboss it. That's kind of what I'm thinking. We'll emboss it with that same embossing powder that we used just a minute ago, which I, of course, already grabbed and picked up. But we'll go here and get this nice and ready for it. It did pick up a little bit of the green. I don't know if you can tell that. Let's see. Again, this is the Hero Arts White Satin Embossing Powder. And get that ready. stamp it down. And again, I typically use pigment ink for embossing. I think it holds the embossing ink a lot better than the embossing powder than the embossing ink. I think the pigment ink holds embossing powder better than the embossing ink. That's a personal opinion of mine, though. Okay. And we're just going to roll it nice and slow until that has nice, good adhesion. And I think that looks really good. It's maybe not 100% perfect, but that kind of goes with the overall theme of this overall card. Just effortless is kind of what I'm feeling about this card. So while that's hopefully still wet, let's just put a little bit down. I'm going to put another layer just to be safe, and I will emboss this really quick. Perfect. Okay. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And we could even just leave it kind of as it is, cut it down just a little bit, and, leave this at the bottom. But I think it'd be prettier if we cut it. So I think I'll need to just cut it real quick on my board, which is huge and over there and does not have a camera on it. Although I do have an extra camera I should set up for next time. We can just put straight on there. So let me cut this down real quick. And okay. I'm going to do 5.5. Oh, that's 4.5. I think the normal card size is 4.25 by 5.5. Okay, so the 5.5 is what's going to be hard. Maybe we'll do a square. What size do I have this? 4.5. So if we did, let's do here, and I think we'll do just a little bit here. We'll do a small square, 4.5 square, and then we've just got to cut this little guy down. And cut it down like that. Okay. Oops. Kind of messed that up. Oh well. It'll be fine. Here we go. So we've got this little thank you, and it's just slightly shorter than the side. So I'm kind of thinking maybe we just do like a slant that. Be like, oh, it was completely intentional. Had no reason to ever put it together. Okay. I think that's what we'll do. And then I guess the question is there anything else that really needs to get done on this? Because I'm thinking no. Let's see. Let's do a couple. Lifting it up, I think, will be helpful. I may put a few embellishments, but other than that, like some little glitter things. Let's see. Oops. There we go. Okay. Thank you. And I guess, do I have any little things that would go? My my drawer filled with easy things to add. It's right here, so I'll pull something out. Let's see if there's something easy to add here. Okay. We've got some of these cute little things. We've also got some leaves. Ooh, I got a cute little one of those. Oh, we got a bumblebee. So a couple months ago, I was doing some shorts, YouTube shorts, and I made all of these for them. And I think they're so cute. We'll have to do a live maybe with using these. But I think that might be cute. Put one of those on and call it good. I'm thinking right about here. I just think it needs one small pop of something besides the background. I definitely think the background is the star, and I want to keep it that way. But I also think we need little something extra. Like we could do this kind of popping up, and maybe the big coming out, or could do a little bumblebee. Oh, how sweet. I know it's a little bit off. We also do have a strawberry, which might be the right way to go on this, since this is kind of a strawberry inspired card. Okay, I'm thinking the bumblebee, which I know yellow is not really one of the colors, but it is on here, yellow and white flowers. So I think we'll go that, and maybe we'll come like this, and maybe kind of coming out here. Okay. Okay, that's easy peasy. I think we'll just need to cut here, and I can simply glue that. Simply glue that. If I had glue anywhere, just use some of this, because I know I have my new glue. Oh, it's right over there. Okay, we're going to use the regular glue because I get that less on my fingers. Here we go. And just using extra stuff from my stash so we don't have to create everything today, because I think what we did create, it looks amazing. Okay, and I'll just trim that little bit off, and we'll get, let's see, I definitely think this needs to keep coming down. I don't know. Let's see. That looks silly because it looks like that lime's huge. So maybe if we don't know how long it is between the lime and these leaves. So we'll just cut that there. And these are, I want to say Pink Fresh Studios. And it's like a stamp stencil die combo. It's really cool. They have a bunch of them. I'm sure you've seen them. This is the only one that I have. I really like the concept and the ideas, but I have so many flowers that I try not to get, like flower stance and dies. I try not to get any more flower stance and dies unless it's like so killer amazing that I can't stop myself. But usually I can. But these were fruits, and I love fruits, and I don't have a ton of fruit stuff, so I said, okay, I'll do it. And maybe, feel like we need this somewhere, but it's almost like balanced over here. So, I don't know, maybe we should have done our little strawberry coming out. Okay, well, we'll put the strawberry back. It's fine. And we'll just use what we use. So I think that is our card. I mean, I need to put it on a card base, but that's literally it. I think this one turned out so cute. I may trim off the edges right here and here. I may not, because it is definitely a smaller card. But I think it turned out really cute. Definitely came together pretty quick and easy. Having a good color coordination always helps. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I believe I have another live coming up on Sunday. I don't remember what it is. Let me look. You can definitely look as well. You just go to my channel and go to Sunday's live, and you can even just set a notification for that live. So that is definitely an option. May, let's see. Okay, Sunday the 26th, we are going to use the Enchanted Ocean, and we did just create a bunch of backgrounds from that. Okay, I will give you guys a tiny sneak peek of that. We did use the resist pad a couple of days ago on a live and made some really cool papers. Here we go. I'll show you real quick. Okay, my room is a little tiny bit messy. It's still organized, just a little messy. So that'll be definitely something I'm doing tomorrow / this weekend. That's just so adorable. Okay. I could keep gushing, but I will show you the cool papers we created the other day on that Resist Technique Thursday, which was last week. And we made these really cool papers using the Resist pad. I love this one. This one might be my favorite. Oh, how cute. We used different inks, different ink pads, different paints, a lot of just different trials and errors. This was just some extra ink that we had left over from this, so I put it on those papers. And then this one, you'll remember we did this corner and this corner on the live, and then just with some blue inks, I did this middle and kind of finished up over here. So that one was looking cute. This one, I'm thinking about coming in and painting a little bit of yellow over the top of the shells. I came in with some blue and did the background, and that really made the shells pop, and I'm loving that. But I'm thinking coming through, which is a very light yellow, may finish up this paper, which turned out so cool and is probably my second or third favorite after this bubble one. It's so cool. So anyway, we will definitely be using some of these cardstocks as well as a little bit of the or a lot of the other parts of the Enchanted Ocean collection, and that one is upcoming on Sunday. So I will see y'all then, and I hope you guys have a super crafty, super fun Memorial Day weekend. Thanks. See y'all soon. Bye.